Now, on one of my recent saves on Football Manager, my World Rotterdam series, I picked up a player that my scouts brought to my attention for a rather cheap price. I thought he looks actually really good. I've never heard of this player before. Has good potential. Picked him up for really bargain price. Started playing him and I thought he's actually really good. And then within a season, his stats and his attributes have just developed. And I just can't understand why no one else is talking about him. So I scoured the internet, searching for this man's name. And other than a couple of posts here and there, nobody is talking about how good this guy is. Now, I don't know whether it's because he is new to the update, he's good, the 20.4.0, which only came in like March and it's just gone completely under the radar, or whether he's been in the game since November and no one's just really found him. I'm not actually quite sure, but I've run a couple of tests. I found him on like 2 or 3 databases that I have open, and every single time he is good. So I'm going to show you him today. We're going to put him at PSG once again, like Louis did with Louis Montanu. And we're going to go forward 5 years in the future and just see how good this guy can really be. Yes, my name is Mega Luke. This is the FM Scout YouTube channel. Please drop a like on the video if you like stuff like this. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found someone that no one ever talks about? If you want to keep it a secret, that's fine, maybe. DM me on Twitter, @Omega_Luke. Let me know. That'll be nice. But this is a man that nobody is talking about, Brahima Ouattara. And I found him in the Ivory Coast playing for RC Abidjan, who, you know, aren't like a big Ivory Coast club either. They're not the one that I know of, the ASEC. I think that's the one that everyone normally gets their regens and new gens from. He comes from this club. And as you can see, his attributes for a 20-year-old are rather good already. I picked him up for 250k. That's with no add-ons, no like percentage of next fees, anything like that. 250k straight up front. And I think I've even gotten cheaper on World Rotterdam. I'm just puzzled by how no one is talking about this man. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run him forward 5 years in the future where Paris Saint-Germain have to play him in every single game. The way I'm going to do that is going to profile and go on holiday. And when you click to go on holiday, you can select to use match tactics and use current team selection when possible. So I've brought into the club. I've also decided to make use of a new tactic, which I'm testing thanks to my tactic man, Ryan Cassidy, which is all his tactics are available on my Discord, by the way. Brahim Ouattara, here he is. I'm gonna fix him in the Trequartista role on attack. Make sure he continues to play there. I'm not going to fill any of those spaces. I'll let them decide where Mbappe goes or Neymar goes and fits around Ouattara, and we're just going to see how he does. So, without further ado, we're going to go forward 1 year into the future and see how he does in his first season in the French League. Here we are then, the 1st of June 2020, and as you can see, PSG won the league by 11 points rather comfortably. Mbappe has the most assists, Neymar and Mbappe joint top scorers. Can't see anything of Ouattara yet. Here he is, here is the man. And I think you'd agree he's gone up quite a lot attribute-wise. Greens everywhere, so that's fantastic to see already. Valued now at 2.6 million, so you'd make a huge profit on him already. Very cheap wages. Stats though. 34 games played in the French League, 10 goals, 3 assists. As much as I'd like to see more assists, 10 goals from a Trequartista is actually rather good, especially when you have the likes of Neymar and Mbappe scoring goals left, right and centre around you. An average rating in his first season of 7.12. And for his attributes in the French League, that's quite good to be fair. I think his passing's gone up quite a lot. Let's have a look more into his attributes. So of course we're playing him as a Trequartista on attack, so I've selected that. And as you can see, we've got a lot of rising attributes here, fluctuating slightly, but going up, I'd say one each individual one. It looks, by the looks of things, that's how it's going. So far so good. Obviously, this player is going to benefit a lot more playing for PSG in a much better standard of league, better standard of training facilities, better standing of coaches. We'll see whether this man can really thrive when he is pushed to the test. And so far, so good. End of year 2 then, 1st June 2021. As you can see, we won the title even more now. 104 points and Lyon only 77. Dominated the league, really. What we didn't check was the Champions League and stuff like that. I'll make sure I will continue to do just that. Transfer budget of 231. Right, there's no sign of Toure here, but I don't imagine him scoring the most amount of goals. Now, what I can see is he's had a bloody good season. So that's fantastic. 10 games in the Champions League as well. I bet he can't believe his luck. Playing in the Ivory Coast, next thing he's playing in the European Champions League. As you can see though, his current ability and his potential ability has actually risen slightly. Remember, that's sort of like the stars are never really trustworthy. They fluctuate so much, and it depends as well by the coach. I don't necessarily always look at that as a point of reference. Now, his season, he played more games. He didn't score as many goals, but the assist tally went rocket. 9 assists, 9 goals, 3 player of the matches as well. 7.42 rating. In total, he scored 14 goals in 54 games and got 11 assists with 5 player of the matches. I'd expect to see slightly more assists maybe playing in this side because I'd imagine they're scoring quite a lot of goals. But outside of being that slightly disappointing, his attributes are just getting better and better, aren't they? I'd say, like, for majority of European sides now, he would make an impact in your club, whether it be from the bench or whether it would be starting. I think you'd have him around. Still only at the age of 21 as well, just about to turn 22. He doesn't really have a flaw, which is what I like about him. In that advanced playmaker role, or in the cam role, should I say. Obviously, if you stuck him at centre back, he's going to have some flaws. But I can't really see anything as a downside. He's sort of like a jack of all trades. He doesn't have something that's really outstanding. Like, his passing's very good, but it's not amazing. His dribbling's very good, not amazing. He can finish the ball with 12. That's good. His mental attributes are very well rounded with 13s and 14s. So I quite like him. We'll have a look at his progress bar here. And this is obviously based on ability again. It's a star rating, so we won't look too much into it. But I just want to show you 2-star to begin with. It's sort of risen up, and now at 2021 we're at 2.5-star. But it's quite a strong rise. Now, his attributes, if we have a look, I mean, this is going to be all time, so that's good. It can show us that. Trecatista, let's go to that as an attack. There is changes all time. There we go. So there is so many changes here where it's dipped from 15, from like between 10 and 15, and now we're up to the high part of that, like 14, 15s, a couple of 16s. So it's very good, and we can actually see his attribute progress here by numbers too. So a couple of 2s in first touch and long shots, very good. That's good to see. Determination, I've made sure I stuck him in a mentoring group at the start because he had low determination. I wanted to give him a bit of a better chance, I suppose. So I stuck him in a good mentoring group, which I will show you just in case. I know a lot of people ask us about mentoring groups. I stuck him in there with Neymar and Navas and Ander Herrera, who all have very good personalities because Toure was fairly ambitious. If you stick him in a mentoring group with someone with the likes of model citizen like Keylor Navas, a perfectionist like Neymar, and Ander Herrera, who has high determination and a good personality of professional, it does the world of good, I think. So I think that's actually paying off quite nicely, and as you can see, it's done the job, especially in his mental attributes. I like the look of what they're doing. So competition-wise then, I mean, they won the Ligue 1, they won the Coupe de France, so they've done rather well, to be honest. Champions League, they were knocked out in the quarterfinals by Benfica, of all clubs. Chelsea have won it back-to-back years. Fair play. Frank Lampard has done insane stuff there, especially in the first season if he had the transfer ban. That's amazing. Benfica, we're knocked out by Benfica. That is shocked me. I think what we will do though is we'll go forward 2 more years now, come back when he's even more developed, and probably at the age of 23, just turning 24, and see how he's done across the 2 years there. Okay, we're back. 1st of June 2023. And as you can see, champions once again, not by the strong amount that it has been before, but still. And weird, Manuel Neuer is going to sign. I've set up signings to be made by the backroom staff anyway. Now, competition-wise, let's just have a quick gander. Knocked out the first round by Chelsea. So Champions League, they're not doing too well here. Liverpool is being dominated. Being absolutely dominated, and Manchester United and Real Madrid will play in the final. If Man United win that, that's 5 solid years of English football. That would be great. But we're going a bit off topic here. Now, how has Yaya Toure done? As you can see, he's still playing there. Wow. Okay, so he's developed lovely. Very good stats here. Very good attributes. Very good stats by the looks of it. Only a 2-star ability player. Only 2.5-star potential. He's valued at 6 million. So if you were to sell him, probably 10 million you could easily get for him. Stat-wise, he's done rather well. Especially this season is probably his best season so far. Goals and assist-wise. The season before, not as good as the season before that. So 8 and 3 goals and assists. So he seems to score more than what he assists. On average, with a 7.19 rating. 7.29 rating this season with 10 goals and 6 assists. That's just league total. Overall, 13 goals, 8 assists. And last season, 10 goals, 6 assists. So he only did last season in all competitions in 53 games what he's done this season in 38 in just the league. So he hasn't missed a game for 2 years now. So that's quite interesting to see as well. He's good. He doesn't have that bad of an injury proneness to him. So I'm happy with that. His attribute-wise, I think he's developed quite nicely. If we do have a look at progress and go on to this, you can see the bar is risen slightly higher than what it has been. So if we are looking at all-time. This is July 2019, and this is now where we are, the 1st of June 2023. Very nice attributes, and if we go down to Trecatista, where we're actually playing him, it adds a couple of more, which were low 10s, now up to 13s, especially with balance. So he's done very well. His determination's gone up by 3, strength gone up by 3, and you can see some of the numbers down here that he's rocking. He's progressed quite nicely. And still, at such a young age, I'm very excited to see exactly what this man can do for your club. So let us know down in the comments if you are going to decide to play this player, or if you've actually found this player, because you might have actually found him, you just never told anyone about it, or we might have just over-missed it. But I really like the look of him. He strikes me, especially because he comes from Ivory Coast. The position he plays, his attributes, strikes me as a Yaya Toure. Definitely as a Yaya Toure in his prime at Manchester City, playing in behind the attack, not doing that much defensively in attribute-wise, but like his passing ability, he's got great technique, good dribbling, he's good on the ball as well, he makes good decisions. Physically, he's rather good, he's 5'11", so he's not the structure of what Yaya Toure was. I think Yaya Toure was like 6'1", 6'2". But I think he comes across as that type of player. Does he have any player traits? He doesn't. He has no preferred moves. I mean, that's something that you'd actually bring into his game yourself if you were to take this man on. Give him some preferred moves. Right, okay. Let's have a look at his last year. The final season then, 31st of May 2024, and they've won the league again by 10 points. They've done nicely. Manuel Neuer is now leaving to Lokomotiv Moscow, just in case anyone is wondering. But we also have, he is leaving to go to Strasbourg, who I did see were finishing in the European spots. That is because I haven't set up to do the contracts myself, so he had a 5-year deal. He's just going to be leaving. Let's click straight on him though, because he's not on the front page. But here he is. Now, outside of his transfer, he's now a 2.5-star current ability. Like I say, don't take that too much into consideration. His valuation's dropped down, of course, because he's about to leave. His contract's about to run out. His attribute-wise, I think it looks rather similar to what it was the season before. Maybe agility's gone up. I can't really quite work it out. So if we do look at progress and attributes, let's go down straight away to Trecatista. So it isn't exactly showing us what it did before. That's frustrating, isn't it? But as you can see, a lot from across... that's why. There we go. See, I think agility has gone up slightly. off the ball, up by 2. So a lot of these going up in the recent years. He's developed nicely, and I think you'd agree, for the money that we paid, 250k, what he has done is absolutely outstanding. So his final year then, 5 goals, 6 assists. His first season where he had more assists than goals. No player of the matches though. First time that's happened. 7.18 rating. He's got 11 assists in all competitions, 8 goals in all competitions. It's still a good comeback for a man of that price, and I'd imagine if you played him in a team in a lower league or in a team which is not PSG, he might be more of a standout player for you, definitely. Competition-wise then, how did they do? So they were knocked out the first round again. They didn't have much luck in the Champions League every year. They won the French Cup pretty much every year other than the first one, so that's good. I just can't get over who. Man United did actually go on and win it, and Manchester City faced Real Madrid. So in this world, European Cup is dominated by England, so that would be great for me anyway. One of my club actually winning it at one point as well, but I do support the English clubs in the Champions League. Now, outside of what PSG have done, how would you rate Uwatara's return? For 250k, would you say that's a good return? Would you say if you were to sign that man for PSG and you got that return season by season, would you say that is a successful signing? Because I think for the price, I like that. His average rating's good, which suggests that maybe even though his stats aren't amazing, he's playing well. Even though the rest of the side is playing well, he's going to be winning a lot of games. Of course, he's PSG and he has like Neymar and Mbappe either side of him. But he's playing well, and he is contributing slightly. His attributes suggest that he's done very well in training, and he can progress. I mean, you can see here his current ability is 138. Still 24, still got a couple of years, and of course with the potential fluctuating, you might get him higher, you might get him worse. I'm not quite sure. But I think this is a very successful player spotlight here on a man who no one has ever told me about or is talking about. And I think that is a success. So like I said at the start of the video, if you want to see more just like this, just like the one we did with Louis Montagnier or with Nicola Armini, I have a list of about 5 or 6 players who I could potentially do this with, and I'm going to be setting out to do just that, including a player that you can pick up for free at the start of the game if you have the right league loaded, and no one really knows much about him because you just wouldn't load that league, I guess. But still, if you want that, let us know down in the comments. Drop a like on the video. It's all done and driven by your support, and so far your support has been amazing. Thank you to everyone, of course, who have come across to my channel as well, the Omega Luke Gaming. If you would like to see some more Let's Play action or see this man in action for my Feyenoord side in World Rotterdam Nation, then please, the link is down in the description, or you can catch it at the end of the video. I will put a link to my channel there. But my name is Mega Luke. This is the FM Scout YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to it yet, please do. We've got so many good things coming out by myself or Jamie in the future, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.